Hey everyone, Ryan Excellion here today to talk about Dawn of Titans and getting started with attacking. Now keep in mind I've only played the game a week, but I will gladly share what I know. There are, for people getting started, I'm going to my barracks, I'm hitting enter, and there are three units that you will have: the militia, the archers, and the spearmen. Of the other units, I only have one of them myself, the grenadiers, and they're basically upgraded archers. Of these four units, three of them are basically upgraded versions of the earlier units. One is something different. But basically, I'm just going to focus on the first three for right now. The militia, they're ground units, and they're fast. They're designed to beat archers. Archers, just like they sound and just like in Dominations, they attack from range mainly, and they're designed to beat spearmen, and spearmen are designed to beat militia. Now, there's one thing different about archers here that you really need to know, and that is once you get to melee range, once anybody, spearmen or militia, get up next to archers, archers are no longer using their bows to attack. They're attacking in melee style, and they suck. So the difference is spearmen are slow, so archers get a couple shots at them before they get to them, and they can cut them all down. One unit of archers, one unit of spearmen. It'd be a close battle or what have you. Where the militia are so fast, they'll take a little damage from one hit, and then they'll be at the archers. So it's rock, paper, scissors kind of thing there. So the thing to do is, let's go ahead and go on an attack run. I hit the castle icon in the bottom left corner to switch to the world view, and I'm zooming out, just using my two fingers to zoom out, and here I can see the world. And there's an ally, and I can't remember its name. Well, here's the number one ally right next to us, and I can see the three members all have shields, even from this view, so there's nothing for me to do there. So I need to go and attack others. And a quirky thing here, sometimes you find inactive allies and so forth, and I found one here. Notice most allies here, you see, they just have, one person here, one person there. This is how the game starts, new players playing the game and with a couple. But there's this ally over here. Clearly, this Vietnam Empire, clearly they were playing at one point in time and then stopped playing. And so when I look at this, I see, great juicy targets around my level. I'm level 11. This guy's level 11. Let's look at Moon Raider here. Great. He has very low defense. This number, 2170, that is the overall number evaluation of the weight of his defense. My attacks get past 10,000. I prefer right now to attack, under 7,000 so I don't lose troops. But this is a great target for me. Now, also, he has 13,000 gold, 13,000 food, so great. He has great resources, and he has almost 2,000 VP, which is a lot considering there's a 20,000 gap between us and number one, and this guy closes almost 10% of that gap in one shot. So I'm going to go ahead and attack him. Now, the first thing I notice is I have a Titan, my level 13 Titan. He doesn't. That's a big advantage. If you're attacking somebody without a Titan, then your Titan is free to go and attack any units or what have you, rather than have to waste time fighting the other Titan. The second thing, notice the screen below the 2170, there's two dots. Because there's two screens, I'm going to scroll left, and this is his defensive troops, and I can see them. Now, by default, if you have any base at all, you're going to have defensive units, and the way it's going to work out at this level is you always have 6 units, and it's either going to be two of the three types of units, or you're going to have 2 of each. This is 2 of each. There's 2 of the militia, 2 of the archers, and 2 of the spearmen. Now, sometimes you might have 3 archers and 3 spearmen, sometimes 3 militia and 3 archers, whatever, but this has a balance of 6 units. Okay, great. When you raid the castles, they cost 6 portal stones. When you raid any of the lands surrounding the castle, like here, it costs only 3. So that's just something to know as well. This guy is much better defended. He has 12,000. He has a Titan defending. He has a lot more units, and they're high-level units. So I don't want to attack that guy. No, let's go back to Moon Raider where we were. Yes, very happy here. So I'm going to go ahead and raid him. Now the next thing is decide what troops to take in the raid. Well, there is one of the 3 types of troops. There's one of them, archers, that you get upgraded first, and that is grenadiers, and this is my most powerful troop. I'm going to bring 4 of them. These have a longer range than the normal archers. Think of them like British archers, and they're more powerful because they're upgraded. So think of them as kind of British plus Korean. They're powerful. So yeah, I'm going to use one spearman to protect me against melee attacks. I'm going to use one militia in case I need to go and take out their archers and what have you. These guys I'm going to try and, ideally what I want to do is just have the archers kill everything from range and take no damage so I can have my troops without having to replace them. Just like in Dominations, you don't want to take the time, you don't want to expend the resource of replacing your troops. My Titan, I could change it, but this is the one I want to level. This is my level 2 Titan, my 2-star Titan, and my the one I'm using. And spells, I'm not going to use them, but just in case, I have 2 spell slots for Fireball, so I'm going to bring them. I don't even need reinforcements. Even if I had them, I don't click to bring them because it's just this is such an easy battle. Look at the numbers. I have 11,000 attack power against 2,000 defense. There's just not even remotely a thought of bringing reinforcements. So I'm going to hit battle. The way the battle is laid out is a huge difference. Is this a funnel where I'm attacking forward and they're attacking me, or am I surrounded and being attacked on all sides? This makes a difference. This is great. This is a funnel. It's straightforward, standard attack. Now, I can see the 2 archer units. I can see all 6 units on the field. There is no Titan. All 6 units are already here. This is a very easy, straightforward fight. I know this is a very common layout, and I know it from experience. I'm going to move these militia down here. They're available, but I'm just going to move them out of the way for the moment. I'm going to move these spearmen over here. Your Titans, during your battles, you want your Titans to take all the damage. Why? Because whether your Titans live or die, it doesn't matter. They're always regenerated for free for the next battle. If any other units take damage, I have to pay. I either have to replace them, which costs food, or you have to instantly, pay for their damage, which costs gems. That's kind of like crowns. You don't ever want to spend gems to take care of things. So, as I click on each unit, you have 2 options, move and rotate. It took me a while to get rotate down. It's embarrassing. But basically, when you click on rotate, move your finger away. I can hear it's rotating left, it's rotating right. Move your finger far away, basically to the unit you want to target, and then you can easily manage rotate. At first, I was clicking on the rotate button, and while holding my finger over the rotate button, trying to move it, very frustrating. But basically, move your finger away. Like when you hit rotate, it has 2 lines with an arch between them. Move your finger to the arch and move the arch, and it's very easy to control. What I've learned about this particular layout is I want them to come to me. They will come to me, and these militia units are the fastest. They will have a charge, and that's fine. So I'm going to go ahead. It's far enough to where I don't need to be all the way back, but I want my archers to take them out. And the purpose of my Titan is going to be buy time. And again, this guy doesn't have a Titan, and I'm attacking lower level troops. These are level 4, so my Titan can tank everything here very easily. I can't put the Titan back here this close, because then when the archers hit the Titan, the enemy archers, they'll also hit my archers. So I need to move them a bit further away. Also, if the melee units came up to my Titan here, then the archers around them would switch from archer mode to melee mode, which sucks. So I need to keep the units far enough away from the archers. And here, you can see the range of all the archers. I just double-clicked on one archer unit. It selected all of them. And when the enemy gets in range, it'll start. Now, in the upper right corner, you see this 115, 114, 113. That's how long I have to set up. So I'm going to hit the fight button now. Oh, one other thing. I'm going to click on each of these and say stand ground. It helps a bit, but I don't want them to go running off, which sometimes they do. So here we go. Now there's a 3-minute timer in the upper right corner, and it's timing down. That's how much time I have here. I'm going to select all here so I can see my range. I not select all. I double-clicked on the archers. And now it's time for them to start attacking. I want to run my Titan in circles. I don't want him to attack here. And notice the archers are just blowing everything away. I want the enemy units to follow the Titan. And just my archers are decimating him as the Titan walks in circles. The Titan is also slow to respond, notice. So you have to... Oh, okay, there's a spell. And I'll go ahead and walk him towards a spell. Now, I have my 2 fireballs. If I use them, they come out of inventory. So I don't want to use them. But if I use this spell, it's a free spell. So this is lightning, and I can go ahead and circle it, and oh, the other killed him. The free spells that you get, as the battle progresses, you get spells. And those, if you save them, it does nothing. They disappear after the battle anyway. So it does nothing, no benefit to not use them, and so you just use them each battle. Now, when the battle's over, winning 4 things. First is the 1,800 victory points, done. The second, there's currently an event, and this next item, the 10 energy stones, is just part of that event. Then there's food and gold. Also, you have an opportunity to win titans or relics. In this case, it gave me relics, and it was a 2-star version of the portal stones, which means I'll get more than the 1-star version. So that's great. Next, my Titan is leveled up some, got some experience towards the next level, and so did I. So that's great too. Lastly, and this is the most important part to me, all of my units survived. I took no damage at all. So it cost me, that's a completely free attack. It did cost me the portal stones that it's naturally going to cost, but that's it. We'll do one more attack real quick, and then we'll end this video. So when attack's over, it takes like 4 or 5 seconds to be able to do stuff. That's related to the one bug that I encountered. But okay, here's the next guy. Same exact idea, 2 of everything, same. He's a little stronger, 2620, which means, yes, these guys are level 5, not level 4 like the last guys. But otherwise, it's the same thing. So I'm going to go ahead and rate him again. Same thing with the troops, 1, 1, and 4. Same thing with the spells, 2 fireballs, no reinforcements. Always check this number, because if you hit battle too quick without checking the 11,000 versus 2,600, you miss something. Sometimes you miss your spell, or not your spells don't add it, but sometimes you miss troops for whatever reason, and yeah, that's bad. Alright, going into the battle. Sorry, my voice is a bit froggy here. Okay, similar layout. It's almost the same, but the way they come down is going to be a little different with the archers and so forth. I know from experience this layout, I can move these here and later run them over this way and then come behind and get the archers. But if I do it too soon, then these spearmen will head off over to them. So I'm just going to run these over to the side and have them sit there. Okay, these again, I'm going to move the spearmen aside because I don't want them to get damaged. I want them to be there and available for me, but I don't want them to take any damage. I'm going to line my archers all next to each other. And put the Titan up in front. Now this is different. These guys are in front, the militia, and they will run out. And my Titan will need to fight one of them, at least to start or what have you. And the archers will get the other. So realistically, the way I have it now, if I don't do anything, this militia will be here first, and my Titan will wind up fighting the other. And here we go. I'm going to hit fight. Oops, let me hit stand ground, and now fight. And with the Titan, again, I'm giving him his orders before I need to because he's very slow to respond. Oh, also, if your troops, if anything gets near... Oh, these guys, I need to run back. If anything gets near your troops, you lose ability to control them so much. And what happens is they're just going to fight whatever they're near. Okay, so my militia I lost track of, and it took some damage, but that's okay. The last thing is, I think once your castle gets to level 7, you get a medical center, and you get a little bit of healing, and it should be closest to if it's enough to recover, but I think it'll be a little short. So, one again. Sorry, I accidentally clicked too quick and didn't get to see the rewards. But here, okay, so this last unit, this militia unit, I'm going to lose. I don't want to spend 5 gems to recover it. It's, you know, gems are money, and I don't want to spend them. I'd much rather spend a teeny bit of food. So I'm going to hit continue. And on the bottom left corner of the castle, I'm going to push that. Now again, you have to wait like 5 seconds. Okay, now that I can move, now I can hit the castle. And I just hit castle level 8, so I'm upgrading one barracks, but I'll use the other and replace the militia, and that's it. The last thing, since I mentioned it, just like in Dominations, you have your level, which is pretty meaningless, and then you have your age, which is very meaningful. Here you have your level, which mine is 11, you can see, which is meaningful because of equal, when things are right on both sides, I can't usually take out a 13 or something like that. It's very much you focus within one of your levels or what have you. But the other thing is, if I click on my castle is level 8, and that's like your age, and there's 25 levels, and you can see that and so forth. So your castle level is very indicative of what power you have. So that's it. That's attacking. I hope this was helpful, and let me know if you have any questions.